Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. So now guys, we're at the Soludo versus Peter B space, and a lot of people have been making some sort of wild allegations that Charles Soludo is jealous of Peter B. But I feel that there is something deeper, more insidious at play here. Something deeper, more insidious at play. But and apologies for the lighting, by the way. It's suddenly gotten so somewhat darker than it usually is. But something deeper, more insidious that are at play here. But before we get into that, let's listen to Obi's response to Soludo's essay. So here is Peter Obi in his own words.
When you spread your investment, some will go up, some will come down, but overall, the company is still there. The company is still doing well. It's still part of a global chain and everything. I needed to explain it not because I'm defending comment by my brother. My brother is the brother. I remain my brother. We're very close. I remain prayerful for him. For other things which I didn't succeed, God has given him opportunity to do it and succeed. For me, yes. So if there's anything pending, governance, you don't finish. People are still in government in America. So you stop where you stop, other people will continue from there. I don't look back. He's the governor of my state. I'll always, he's my senior brother. He's even more intelligent because he's a professor. I'm a trader. So he knows more. So he will be able to do things better than I'm doing it. I've done my little own as a trader. Now the professor is there. He will do his own as a professor. The schools that didn't roof, he will roof them. That's how government goes. Another person comes, do his own. But let us think about, finally, like I tell you people, for those of you who are, just please get involved. All of us
are. So there it is. I'm sure that's not the first time you're seeing that. Peter will be doing his humble man act. So that humble man act that is somewhat perfected. So that's Peter Obi's response to Charles Soludo's essay. But a lot of people are accusing Charles Soludo of being jealous of Peter Obi, but I feel that it goes a lot deeper than that. I feel what is at play is for the heart and soul of the Southeast. What is at play is for the heart and soul of the Southeast and the direction of travel of that space, both as an ethnic group, and I hate the word ethnic, but let me say as a people, because I don't like the word ethnic. So both as a people and then as a political entity. So this is what is at play here. And Charles Soludo, he has certain types of philosophies that he feels should guide the Southeast. And Peter Obi has another sort of approach which he is bringing. And what you're seeing now are ideological chasms are playing now. So these are ideological chasms, because if you read Soludo's essay, and I'll urge you to go and reread it, he explains there in unequivocal terms that the Southeast has to coalesce as one entity, pull together as a group, as a mass, and then through that mass negotiate their political journey within the Nigerian space. This is what's it called? Charles Soludo's philosophy that the Southeast should coalesce as a group, form a mass, make that mass, because the Southeast, we're talking about a mass of 50 to 70 million people. That's the mass of the Southeast somewhat within the Nigerian space. So that is bigger than most countries. So as that mass, if they speak with somewhat a majority singularity of voice, and they come together as a pattern of political actors. So if their political act is wrapped around their cultural philosophy and their internal wants, they can then use that mass, because that mass then 50 to 70 million people is unignorable. So that is the philosophy that Soludo is trying to bring into play. And it feels somewhat that the Peter Obi narrative is deviating from that philosophy, which Soludo, feels is the main, if not the only workable plan for the Southeast. So what you're seeing are ideological chasms, because Peter Obi, he's walking a different trajectory. He's still using the Southeast as his backdrop, as his base, but he's trying to act more to an all-encompassing Nigerian space. So he's trying to come at the Nigerian politics as a Nigerian first and then an Igbo man second. And that traditionally does not work within the Nigerian space because Shogore tried that. We all know how that panned out for him. So Shogore tried that. We all know how that panned out for him. He did not really wrap around any ethnicity. So there was no real sense of identity around him. But the best way, and we saw that with Buhari, who had a mass within the north, and then he used that mass within the north to negotiate with other stakeholders to form an entity that ushered out a sitting president. I'm not quite sure if that's the first in Africa. I think they may well have had change of presidency in Ghana, but certainly a first in Nigeria from one democratic dispensation transmuting to another democratic dispensation. So those were all ethnic bloc coalescing to form a mass to attack the space. And that is how it works. And the other template for that is Tinubu as well. Tinubu, through the might and wealth of Lagos State, quickly grabbed hold of pretty much all of the southwestern states apart from Oyo State. But even if Oyo State is with another party, they are historically antecedentally with the Tinubu sort of narrative. So he formed that mass, and he used that mass again to negotiate with the with other stakeholders, with other power blocks to form this mass again that ushered out Goodluck Jonathan. So that is the template that we have for the Nigerian political trajectory. And Peter Obi, given his popularity, if he had come in via the APGA route, to use APGA, to use his popularity to sell APGA to grab hold of the whole of the Southeast. If APGA held all of the Southeast, whoever then has oversight of APGA then becomes a phenomenon within the Nigerian political space. So that is the ideological thrust that Charles Soludo was inviting that Peter Obi acknowledged. And that for me is more of a workable thing. And Charles Soludo saying that Peter Obi will not win the 2023 presidency, for goodness sake, I don't think that should come as a surprise to anybody. I don't think anybody of any real... Peter Obi himself, in his private moments, must acknowledge that his chances are that much more remote, because you have two juggernaut parties that are already battling for that space. So for him to become president, he has to leapfrog those juggernaut parties, without a structure, without a political base. Well, he has a political base in his ethnicity, but it doesn't have the political reach and tentacles that works within the Nigerian political space. And there is nothing new. Now, apologies, I hate to be the harbinger of bad news. There is nothing new that is going to happen in 2023. Nobody will be surprised. Nobody will be shocked. The tradition will follow through. There will be significant movement in terms of changes in evolution of the political journey. But where we will end up ultimately will still be the traditional the traditional spaces. As Soludo put it quite succinctly in his essay, that if Donald Trump gets the Republican Party nomination and Joe Biden retains his nomination with the Democrats, then either of those two men, both of whom are closer to 80 than they are to 18. So these are men that are a couple of birthdays from their 80th birthday, not the ideal thing the Americans would want. But if both those men get the candidature of their party, then one of them will be the president of America. Because really, that is how because the Democrats and the Republicans, they have the structure within the American political paradigm. There are new entities always trying to force their way through that, and this is what is again repeated within the Nigerian space. So this idea that Charles Soludo is jealous of, why would Charles Soludo be jealous of Peter Obi? I ask you. I mean, what advantage are you? Is it that Peter Obi is more popular than him? I don't think Charles Soludo necessarily plays the game or the politics of popularity. Of course, he's a governor, he wants votes, but I think he more likes to intellectualize things. So I kind of see one reason why Charles Soludo will be jealous of Peter Obi, certainly not in the realms of accomplishments. You cannot say that Peter Obi is more accomplished than Charles Soludo because all of their history is there in the public glare for us all to see. So that is it right there. So Peter Obi responds to Charles Soludo, but what are you making of the response? And do you think Peter Obi somewhat he missed the mark as to what conversation Charles Soludo was inviting him to come and have? Come share thoughts about all this with me in the comment section. So I'll leave it here. Carry the conversation on within the comment section, but here I say peace.